Hi guys, my name is Philip Cockrell and I'm going to be teaching you about constant training. So what is constant training? Constant training is a practice sequence in which the same tasks or movements are repeated under the same conditions from one repetition to another. Example, solving a ball 10 times at the same speed from the same spot to the same target. Most effective when the athlete is in the initiation or acquisition stage of skill development, and mass practice is an effective method. So not recommended when the athlete is beyond the initiation or acquisition stages of skill development for discrete or open skills. Constant training. One of the most effective tools in an athlete's training box is repetition. Look at the world's top athletes. They practice their routines, their workouts, their skills a million times over training, especially before big competitions. By repeating certain training sets over time, athletes can improve motor skills, develop intuitive understanding of their body, and better track their performance. Improve motor skills. Via certain specific sessions, athletes can work to improve the skill over time. Train concentration skills. Repeated workout sessions that focus on form as opposed to aerobic levels of effort encourage athletes to develop more focus and concentration. This ultimately helps increase the effectiveness of workouts and leads to improved performances. Develop intuitive understanding. Over time, athletes who train with repetitions develop a keen ability to feel how they are performing on any given day. Better anticipate training. For age group athletes, especially, repetition is a structured routine that can be adhered to without compromising sound training principles. The structure actually helps athletes make more efficient use of their time. Track performance. With repetitions, athletes don't need to undergo physiological testing or worry about testing themselves over various race distances and training. Instead, repetition and training ensures that they can track their improvements in each sport every week. Accurately gauge fatigue. Repeated patterns in training help the athlete determine if, on one of those days, they are truly tired and need rest, or are merely having an off day. To build consistency. Athletes who rely on repetition learn to accurately interpret the body signals and better adapt to maintain training consistency. Increase relevant strength. Sports require strength and power for optimal performance. Repetitions and training help build that sport-specific strength. Critical opinions on constant training. Some feel that continuously attempting a skill with constant practice is the best option. For specific skills, like fact memorization, where there is no other option, this type of training is the most suitable. However, most skills that workers learn are those that should be perfected through variable practice or practicing the skills through various versions. Constant training in PE class. Constant training is ideal of all ages of students in physical educating setting, K through 6. By using constant training, you can teach the students various activities like catching a ball, throwing a ball, or kicking a ball. For middle school, by using constant training, you can teach the students more specific skills like shooting a basketball, kicking a soccer ball correctly while running through cones, or hitting a tennis ball with a racket over the net. For high school, by using constant training, you can develop the students' skills on basketball, soccer, baseball, or tennis by using specific constant lesson plans to teach more advanced level of the sport you are teaching. So for we'll use basketball as an example. The acronym BEEF is used especially for constant training. B means bend your knees. E means look at the basket with your eyes, focus on the basket. The other E means elbows at a 90-degree angle, and F stands for follow through. And for a constant training jump shot, like we just mentioned, here is a video that explains BEEF.
So we're going to be working on dribbling, passing, and shooting over the next few weeks. Today, we're going to spend the rest of our time working on some shooting skills. When you are shooting, there's one word that can help you remember the correct way to shoot. Anybody know what word that is? What word is it? B. B-E-E-F. Each letter in the word reminds you of a different thing that you should remember so you can shoot correctly. Is this the right way to shoot?
No.
What about this?
No.
No. Don't want to see any chicken wings. Don't want to see any granny shots. Okay? You're shooting it the correct way. We're going to be using a small arcade ball so that it's easier for you to get it up into that basket. And we're going to be playing a game called Copycat. When we're playing the game, I want you to remember the letters of BEEF, and that will help you remember the right way to shoot. The B stands for balance. The first thing you do is get balanced and relaxed. Make sure that you feel good before you take your shot. Your feet should be shoulder width apart, and you should be relaxed before you start taking your shot. The two E's are eyes and elbow. When you are looking at the basketball goal, you want to have your eyes focused on the back of the rim. Okay, so if you hit the back of the rim, that's your best chance of getting that ball to go in there. If you hit the front of the rim, what's going to happen? It's going to bounce back at you. Okay, so that's why you're going to aim at the back of the rim. Even if you overshoot it a little bit, it might hit that square box and still go into the goal. Okay, so you're aiming at the back of the rim, and then the next E is elbow. You're going to have one hand that is shooting the ball. That elbow needs to be right underneath the ball, and the ball is right here on your shoulder like you were carrying a plate of food at a restaurant. Okay, your other hand is a guiding hand. It's going to go on the side of the ball. So when you're getting ready, you got your balance, your eyes, your elbow, and then the last letter is F. That stands for follow through. You're going to take your shot, and then you're going to spin the ball and flick your wrist like this. And then your hand's going to look like this when you're done, like you're reaching into a cookie jar. Okay, everybody show me a follow through hand. Get your imaginary ball. Shoot it up, flick your wrist. Show me that follow through hand. There you go. When you are taking that shot, don't forget you want to flick your wrist so you can spin the ball. See how the ball spins when I take that shot? It should be spinning back towards you. Okay, everybody say balance.
Balance.
Eyes,
Eyes.
elbow,
Elbow.
follow through.
Follow through.
Make sure after you take your shot, you got your follow through hand up in the air. If you remember those things, that can help you have a better shot. Make sure you don't have any chicken wings out to the side. You shoot with 2 hands. Now, if when you're taking your shot, your ball is not making it up to the basket, anybody give me a tip for how you can get some more power for your shot? Madeline? Okay, you can dribble before you take your shot. That might get you ready for, get more balance. Caitlin? You gotta shoot from where you're shooting. But yeah, you can get closer to the goal. If you need some more power, just like when we were throwing the ball, we took a what? What did you take to get some more power for a throw? A step. So you're using your legs to give yourself more power. When you're playing basketball, you're gonna use your legs again, but this time you're not gonna step, you're gonna jump. So right before you take your shot, if you need some more power, bend your knees and jump up, and that will transfer that power from your legs to the ball. Okay, so if your ball is not making it up to the basket, you need to jump up when you take your shot, and that can help you get it up there. Make sense? You ready to play?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is beef for basketball, which is a great example of concentrating. So how to apply concentrating in PE in a PE setting using a basketball jump shot. Shooting sessions start no more than 3 feet from the basket and takes the player through the proper balance, footwork, and arm and hand alignment that is necessary to build a consistent jump shot. The player starts with one hand form shooting, then they add the guide hand, and then finally they do a simple step-in drill. With the step-in drill, players are encouraged to step with the left foot first if they are right-handed, and the right foot first if they are left-handed. In each one of these drills, the player must have one good knee to promote lift on the jumpers. This promotes shooting the ball with arc, and also ensures that if they try to swish it, if they are a little off, the ball still has a chance of going in the basket. Finally, each player must focus on repeating the exact same motion each time he shoots the ball. Repetition is one of the most important factors to build a great jump shot, and by building this type of consistency in off-form shooting drills, it will ensure that we will have the same type of consistency in our more advanced drills and most importantly, games. So this is how I do the constant of basketball training. Each circle represents a student in the drive and shooting jump shot shooting drill. So basketball isn't the only sport that shows concentrating. Tennis is also a great thing for concentrating, especially with a forehand swing. And this little diagram to the left shows how to do a forehand swing in each stage. This video will also show concentrating with tennis.
Hey guys, Simon Alex here from Top Tennis Training. This drill is going to help you get a bigger forehand. We're going to work on hitting static balls, so Simon's going to feed balls to me from the hand. I'm going to hit the ball as hard as I can, as high as I can, and with as much spin as I can. This is going to develop my fast racket head speed. I did this drill almost every day in Spain, and the reason that Simon's going to feed the ball to me out of the hand is because I'm going to be the one generating all the pace, and there's going to be no pace given to me from the ball.
So let's take a look at it. This is progression number 1. I'm going to be drop feeding Alex from very close to him, and he's generating all the pace himself.
See, as you can see, the repetition. Most athletes use repetition to get for in game-like situations.
Guys, that was progression number 1. Now it's progression number 2, where I'm going to give Alex a slightly wider ball, and also I'm feeding it across his body line, so the ball's moving away from him, and he's still generating all the pace himself. That's one.
Repetition, repetition.
Question number 3. In this drill, Simon's going to feed me a short ball followed by a deep ball followed by a short ball. I'm still moving my feet and accelerating my racket through the ball.
Yep. So guys, that was progression number 3. Now we're on to progression number 4. I'm going to drop feed Alex drive volleys. He's going to be whipping the ball. We can do it in 2 ways. You can do it on the same spot, or we can do it moving forward. So we're going to show you the moving forward version. So let's take a look. That was excellent.
Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please click like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment.
All 4 of these are great examples of repetition for a forehand swing, and these drills could be used in a PE class. So how to apply constant training and PE setting using tennis forehand swing. So for a beginner tennis lesson, this is for grade 6. The player should use a continental grip for the volley and should choke up to just above the handle to give the player better control of the racket face. The continental grip is essential for net play, as it allows the player to use one grip for the forehand and backhand volley, as well as the overhead. The outside foot, which is right for me, should be pointed toward the sideline and the racket propelled out in front. The player steps forward with the left foot and blocks the ball back into the left hand of the teacher, simulating a down the line volley. In conclusion, constant training is a good way for athletes to hone their skills. By using repetition, an athlete can become a master of his sport. By using constant repetition in a PE school system, the student can learn the skill over the lesson plan so the student can not only learn the sport, but feel proud that they are getting better every class and maybe want to look into the sport outside of PE class. And we use great examples today of B for basketball, the jump shot and drills for that, and how to improve a forehand swing by using constant training. And that's it.